Hello, let's look at Nifty, a weekly update today. Please note this is for education purposes only. This is not investment or trading advice. Please read the disclaimer in the description box. As you can see, these are some of the levels, if you watched my last video, that I have mapped out already. These are exactly the levels that we had talked about, we had analyzed, and mapped on the last chart as well in the video. Please go watch that if you haven't. It'll tell you how the Nifty has actually panned out, where we saw it, and how we actually predicted what's going to happen. Now the Nifty is around these same levels. Some of these levels have changed. In the medium and long term, I'll tell you what those are now. I'll change those levels in front of you, and then we'll look at some other things as well that are happening in the short term as well in terms of resistance. Now these levels have changed drastically. One of the things that I've done from the last video is removed 3 support levels from the bottom. There is one support level with a slight range of 22,600 to 22,420. So there's a 300-point range there that you'll see a major support in. This is the major support of Nifty, meaning that if it breaks this, that is when we'll see that the Nifty is turning down. Now, if the Nifty goes below these levels, what it will do is it will definitely try and test those areas or get closer to the end and stay sideways for a little while. For now, I do not see that happening because the Nifty is showing a lot of strength even during intraday trade. Despite the red candles, there are pullbacks that are happening that are very clear. Now, but given how price performance tends to change, you just need to observe that and do nothing other than that. And given global cues, Nifty is, I think, reacting on news too in the short term. So that's also going to be something to observe. Currently, the important levels on Nifty are 23,722. So we're going to change this to 23,722, slightly lower. That is a very important support for the Nifty. Nifty is going to look to take support there and rest above that, ideally speaking. If it does not rest above that, which is also possible because there is a transition of a heavier moving average that's happening around 22,420, it's possible the Nifty quickly tests these levels with a sag, confirms this base, and then moves on. If you look at this 22,420, right, the reason for it is very clear. There is a base that formed here. And of course, the long-term support stands here. Now, once this is tested, Nifty will definitely see higher levels. But if it's not tested and if you see the Nifty sitting at a higher zone, like which it is currently, even after, despite this break, this is the highest high that the Nifty has achieved so far. So if it's very close to the highest high, some of these levels are going to change now. The new levels to look for, especially on the resistance side, is 24,361. That's going to be one of the first ones. So we'll get rid of this one. 24,361 as the next one. The one after that, where we are currently seeing some resistance, is 24,850 and 24,635. Now these are short-term to medium-term levels. So 24,635 is going to be important. And the other one that you're looking at is slightly around 24,850 to 2,500. So we can literally leave that at 24,850 and plan for 25,000 as well, because that's kind of the round figured zone where things tend to react, but 24,850 is the right place to look out for some resistance at. So 25,030 is also another resistance, but it's given how where Nifty is currently, it's definitely going to sag and slightly move forward and move down to 24,850. Now these are the levels on the Nifty that you need to be watching very critically right now. 23,722 might be a little bit of a sag zone, but if it does break that, it's not good news for the Nifty. Yeah. So that is how Nifty is playing out currently. If you're looking at the long-term trend for the Nifty, it is still bullish. There's nothing changed. A top indication has not happened yet. It might happen next month in September. Until then, it's a probability that the Nifty remains sideways to upwards as the trend indicates currently. If it breaks 23,722, 23,813, that's a little zone here that will definitely tell us that there is weakness or there is a testing of the long-term base here at 22,420. And that's the range to watch for if there is any sharp decline that you're expecting on the Nifty. So that's Nifty for this week. I hope that's helpful. Please like and subscribe, and let me know if you'd like to see something else.